Hello again. Well, somewhat against my better judgment, I bought a couple of things in the Amazon Black Friday sale. As I say against my better judgment, because on the whole I don't agree with these things. You know, it's a kind of an import from America, and it seems to me it's one of these things that are made up to get us buying stuff. It's like a couple of years ago, the card companies decided, you know, it wasn't enough selling us a bit of folded cardboard with a picture on for £3 for birthdays and Christmas. They invented things like Secretary's Day and Teacher's Day, and the other thing is that this year, for the first time, I got 2 emails from Western companies suggesting that I buy something to celebrate Singles Day. And I had to look that up, and Singles Day is apparently a big thing in China, where it's the idea is if you're single there, and you clearly must be miserable, because that's the only possible state of mind if you're single, and then you should go and buy something to cheer yourself up. And I've nothing against that, but it's it's a Chinese thing. I don't see why I should partake in it. Anyway, one of the things I bought is this, and this is the Sennheiser HD599SE headphones. And I first listened to these, I think, in the Bristol Hi-Fi show about 4 or 5 years ago, and I thought I quite liked them at the time. And at that time they were retailing for I think £199. Anyway, at present the standard HD599s are retailing on Amazon for £130, but I got these SE edition headphones for £90 and 99p in this, the Amazon Black Friday sale. Well, it's not Black Friday, but that seems to go on for about a month. So what I'm going to do is unbox them. I'm going to point out some of the differences between the HD edition and the SE edition, the standard edition, and then I'll go and listen to them and report back. So it comes in this box. Now, unlike the normal Amazon boxes where you get a mound of cardboard with it, it just comes in the standard box. And this is one of the differences between the SE edition and the standard edition, in that you don't get any sort of nice packaging. So let's have a look inside. Well, inside there's some more cardboard packaging, an instruction leaflet, and the actual headphones themselves. Okay, well, it said on here frustration-free packaging, which doesn't quite match my experience of opening the polystyrene. But anyway, so you get the headphones with a looks like about 2.5–3 meter cable with a 6.5mm jack on the end. You get a 6.5mm to 3.5mm adapter, and you get presumably for portable use, a smaller, approximately 1 meter cable with a 3.5mm jack there, and that looks like possibly a 2.5mm proprietary jack on that side, which is saying I don't know why they don't use a 3.5mm jack both sides like my other headphones, so you can reuse the cable. The headphones themselves, they're open backed. They're I think look quite stylish. They're clearly all plastic, but they're black and sort of aluminium effect. And that's the other difference between the SE version and the standard edition, in that these are only available in black, but the standard edition you get in a sort of a nice sort of chocolate and ivory colour. It's a bit like the old sort of Great Western livery, if you know that. So basically, for the extra £40 for the standard edition, what you're getting is a different colour and a different box, which just doesn't seem to be terribly worthwhile to me. Anyway, I'll give these a quick listen. I'll be back in a bit. Right, hello again. Well, I've given it a quick listen. I'll tell you how I've done it. I listened to it via Tidal on my iPad. First of all via the headphone socket, and secondly via my Audio Quest Dragonfly cold. And I compared it to the Grado SR80E and my favourite headphones, which are the AKG Q701s. So I listened to a couple of tracks of each album. I listened to them from Radiohead's OK Computer. I listened to the Soft Parade by the Doors album, and Ocean to Ocean by Tori Amos, which hasn't been out very long. I really like. Okay, so I say it's a, I'm doing this quickly because it's a sort of a Black Friday special offer, and it might I wanted to get it out while it's still done. So obviously it might sort of wear in over time, but my first impressions were comfort wise it's very good, and arguably I'd say the most comfortable out of all of these. There's slight pressure on the top of the head from the headband, but clumping force is pretty much just right. It's a very light clumping force. I do wonder whether that might be too light as the months turn to years, but at present it's fine. The cups go all the way around the ear. They're very plush, and my ears certainly didn't get hot with them, and I kind of feel I could wear them for ages, which is perhaps not quite the case with these. Okay, sound wise, I thought that the bass was slightly elevated, and it sometimes bled into the mid-range a bit and made that slightly muddy when compared to the other two. But other than that, I thought that the mids were good, and the treble was again perhaps not slightly as airy as my favourite, most neutral headphones, but certainly it was perhaps slightly safe, and I suppose the sort of thing again you could listen to for many hours, whereas particularly with the Grados, there's a sort of a brass bit on Running Blue on the Soft Parade album, and I find brass can be a bit challenging with these, whereas these, I say, were very comfortable, safe, and easy to listen to. Soundstage wise, it was okay, but I felt, and the imaging was good, but I felt it was narrower than both the Grados and the AKGs. So overall, I would think that for £90 this is pretty good, and I'm pleased I got it. Certainly not a reference quality headphone for neutrality. I said because I think maybe there's like sort of bass mid-range problem, and also with the soundstage. But for what it is, I'm quite pleased I got it. One thing you got to remember before actually, if you do buy it, is when you're pulling this the lead out, it's got a kind of twist to lock mechanism, which I never read the instruction manual, so maybe it's in there. I was kind of pulling it a bit before I realised that. So that's something to bear in mind. But overall, for £90, I think these are pretty good value. Thanks for watching.